the others, by the way, JJ 24 points and Team Rossi on 18. They will meet in the second session. And we were just wondering whether Sawattabut might have been actually drawn up against Feng Taiyuan of Team Maze. She beat Feng 3-1 in the group stages of the Southeast Asian Games. Went on to get gold, of course, the Thai athlete, and she'll defend that title in KL in August. But that matchup hasn't happened. It is Thailand against Japan, Sawattabut against HAYATA. Richard Drew here with you in the T2 cavern, and alongside me, Scotland's finest, 12 times Scottish champion, it's Gavin Rumgay.
Good to be back in the cavern, Richard, and another exciting match. There were some super matches with us yesterday, but it's interesting today to start with the right-handed SUTHASINI and the left-handed HAYATA.
HAYATA, yes, who's won one, lost one, 4-0. She beat John, but lost last time out against Cheng Ai-Ching 3-1. Will be a bit of a disappointment for her. Still low again in the chair, and then lost to Wu of Team JJ 4-0. That was a tough old game last night. Underway then in this day 3, session 1. And we start with the women, and we start with a point for Sawattabut. Whilst we are getting underway, a chance to remind you of the rules of the T2. Of course, it's a time match, 24-minute matches. When the clock is up, the match is up. The clock only stops for captain's timeouts, a match break after 2 games, and also for the kill zone. Now, the kill zone is if we finish within the last 2 minutes of the 24, we stop the clock, we play a fast-moving warm-ups, 15 seconds between points. If you don't move quickly enough, you might get a yellow or even a red card, and then the point is deducted. And as we said, a point for each game goes to the individual and to the team, and that all adds up, and then the top 4 players in the rankings go to the grand final here in the cavern in December, and also the top couple of teams. Anyway, let's get our mind back on the game. Now we've set everything out. Hopefully by now, if you've been watching the last couple of days, you get in there with the fast-paced nature of T2.
2-4. With this unique scoring system as well, we've seen many of the underdogs for individual matches coming a lot closer to the top guys.
Form. We started a little bit earlier here in Pinewood Studios in southern Malaysia. It's just gone midday, and they've come out the blocks. This left-right combination, always a bit tricky. Don't get that kind of exchange of forehands that you do with 2 right-handers or left-handers.
I'm sure today as well, the Thai athlete will be relieved that she's not playing against a defensive player. She really struggled yesterday against that dying art of style.
Well, we really gave her a table tennis lesson. She tried everything, defending, attacking, and just couldn't deal with the spin and the variations. Lovely forehand. Tough for Sawattabut as well. She finished, she's the last on, wasn't she, last night? So around after 10 o'clock she finished, and back on at midday. Got to get your sleep, your practice. Of course, they practice for hours before they're ready for the table. Hit the edge of the table, that serve. Somehow got over the net. It was all a bit academic.
I think when that happens as well, the only thing you can do is run away from the table and try and defend and get back into the point.
but it was worth a try, because she was never going to get there.
6-7.
This is a really exciting start to our day.
Look at the racket right out in front, and that's going to save a lot of time. Very fast exchanges.
And it is HAYATA who's just starting to overpower her Thai opponent.
Wonderful, subtle changes in pace from the HAYATA racket.
Spraying it around the table. Good return. For once, HAYATA not able to take control of the point. But more of the unforced errors. Quite creeping over the table. This one, this first game.
Please carry on.
It's long, took the net. And here's our first game point of the day.
Did well there to really work against that short serve. Ripping round the side of the ball. Frustration of the Thai athlete.
Players.
Still low, just remind the players, even for a towel break, which you get after every 6 points, you have to take it within 15 seconds. A little bit of running the clock down last night, quite entertaining. To tie their shoelaces. I think it actually was Sawattabut who was desperately trying to avoid a few seconds left on the clock in a kill zone game as well.
So as you can see here in some of the highlights, some of the replays, HAYATA doing really well to get her forehand in some of these fast exchanges. That's important. When you're playing your forehand into someone's backhand, you're definitely ahead in the point.
Players.
Well, it was a good opener from HAYATA, both willing to exchange attacking shots. HAYATA just looking a little sharper.
Mays has continued to stand up, pacing around. Team Mays have been superb yesterday, winning both matches. And that can only be a confidence booster coming into this really huge match today.
Team Mays, of course, on the first day, squeaking past Team JJ, 13-14. A bit of a thrashing, 15-9.
1-2.
But it only counts come the end of the regular season, so there's a long way to go. Well, several decent backhands followed up by a really good forehand. And HAYATA, this 16-year-old, just, well, belying her age, really. Well, this time, not quite so sharp from HAYATA.
But again, this time, roles reversed. Sawattabut in with the forehand into HAYATA's backhand. And that maybe is the tactic that she needs to employ throughout this game.
That's better. She's hanging in there. HAYATA looking to attack at every opportunity, but well, as we've seen throughout this tournament, that comes with its risks.
You can see on the bench there,
Free all.
person just saying to the Thai athlete, stay close to the table. Try and stay right up there because that's where you're playing your best table tennis.
3-4.
She really wound up for that, but then the ball just drifted away. Couldn't get a proper contact. Fabulous shot from HAYATA. Such fast hands and accurate placement.
Perfect example there, been beaten by your own pace. Very easy then to redirect a fat ball coming at you.
6-3. 3-7.
With a nod from Persson, the captain, to Sawattabut. He thought that was the right option, just not quite getting it over the net.
And you just wonder if Sawattabut's confidence has been dented after losing that match yesterday. She was well beaten. Just needs to pick a few points up now, get the confidence back.
That's the sort of point that will give her confidence. Close to the table, bossing the table. Happy to put as much power as she could. Nothing that HAYATA could do about that.
That serve has worked really well. Cutting round the left-hand side of the ball, kicking it in with side and topspin. The benefits of that is it gets your forehand in. And when you're relaxed, you can spray serves around. Wrist is relaxed.
Lots of game points here for HAYATA to make it 2-0. It's long, and there you go. Still 11, almost 12 minutes on the clock. And we have a really dominant performance from HAYATA. Winner on the World Tour in the women's doubles already. Plays with a fellow 16-year-old, Mimi Ho. Reached the final of the Korean Open as well. So at 16, already a really huge prospect. There's SUTHASINI, also on the books of Tim Pearson, who is HAYATA's opponents, of course. HAYATA part of Team Mace. So two really good Japanese athletes, male and female, combined age of 30.
And how well did Jun Mizuta act? That's the most positive and aggressive I've seen him play for a long, long time. Really dispatched of Vladimir Samsonov, the veteran.
And it was by no means clear that was going to happen in the early exchanges, but he kept going and prevailed in the end. Handsome victory for him. This is a better start to a game from Sawattabut. Oh, yes.
1-2.
Just able to place the ball. It's going to cause maximum damage at the moment. That's a great feeling for that much in control.
3-2.
That's much better there. Starting with a lovely opening topspin, and then look at this fast exchange. Both players keeping the racket high to save time.
Not finding a range often enough, Sawattabut. And you can see in the face that it's just a bit of frustration at the moment.
Players.
Less than 10 on the clock. And a referee urging the players back to the table. Once again finding the net. 2-0 up. In this game, she's now behind.
Did well there when the ball hit the net. Just to stay calm. So many players, the ball collides with the net and comes over, they rush the next shot. Every time, Sawattabut just having a few problems with that forehand grip.
1 minute.
And the timeout has been called. It was in the right hand of Mr. Lowe, which would suggest a Team May's timeout, but I'm not sure there's any great reason for HAYATA to be called in for a talking to. Indeed, she's back at the table already.
And when a player, this Japanese player, is feeling so confident at the moment, as we look at Ding Ning, Bernadette Zox watching on.
You said Zox has got perhaps the loudest squeal. It is a squeal. She was staying in the same hotel. She was at breakfast at a table adjacent. She has the quietest sneeze you've ever seen. So work that one out.
6-5.
There's not much quiet about her. She's an extrovert character. Great around the table. We're looking forward to seeing her being picked at some stage. Obviously, all 6 get a chance to play. We've seen Ding play as well, second in the women's standings at the moment. And Mum's in the comfy seats in the VIP zone, so she's got some good support there as well.
5-8.
Such fast exchange from these players, but again HAYATA just having the advantage.
So good at linking both backhand and forehand is the Japanese athlete.
Shout of delight from Team Pearson.
An important couple of service deliveries now.
Sawattabut was beaten, well beaten, 5-0 by Wu. We would not want that to happen again. She needs to dig in here. Service win percentage down at 41. That's part of the reason she's struggling. Long. No, it was in her gift to win that one. Just had to find a range, and Perhaps putting it down the line rather than across the table might have been the better option.
And when you're going smash to lob, it's really important to maintain good posture over the ball.
Main point for 3-0 for Hayata. And it's long, and there it is.
The games to Hayata.
No dramas for Team Mays. Bit of work for Michael Mays to do. More work for Jorgen Persson. And this is behind the cavern, so to speak. We've got a really rather swanky practice room as well. Look at all those pictures of the players.
That's Feng Tianwei and Alexander Shabayev practicing, just finding their range.
Hayata to serve.
You were saying they do try and get out here and have a practice beforehand because it's a slightly different speed, this table. Certainly the atmosphere, the air is a bit of a different temperature. That makes a difference as well.
Especially when these players are on the world tour. Sometimes players as top 20 in the world playing 15 or 20 world tours in a year. So they get used to the speed of that hole, which is noticeably slower than here.
Left. 1 love.
Feintures of fist bumps from Sawattabut. Needs to get herself back in, get herself on the scoreboard here and do a team a favour, as well as herself.
1-2.
There's a lot of power from Hayata and she's just struggling to deal with it.
It's relentless when a player is so strong on both wings. You've got to try and tie them up short. You've got to try and play to the middle with some different spins. That might be the Thai athlete's only chance.
3-1.
You've got to get the first shot back.
4-1.
And it's the same story in this game as the first three. Just a little bit overpowered at the moment.
Table tennis, we have so many different styles, and it's amazing how one day you can be playing someone that just doesn't suit you. They can be very similarly ranked to where you are, but they possibly have a defensive style or short pimples, long pimples. Hayata really has to capitalize on this.
2-4. Left. 2-4. 2-5.
Little glance across to the captain. Bit of encouragement. Little short exchanges aren't going her way. A little bit tentative from Sawattabut. Less than 2 minutes on the clock. Once again, she'll be keeping an eye on the clock, hoping it doesn't go any further into the kill zone. A second or two.
Very good mix.
When you go back to the table, you can also take another 5 or 10 seconds.
Time.
It's unlikely now, with 25 seconds to go, that we can play 3 points. So
Depends when the clock starts, to be fair. If you're a bit slow
9-3.
and starting that clock again. The time hasn't started yet.
Left. 9-3. 10-3.
Someone give her a ball. Waiting for Sawattabut to get there. And to see Sharks just saying, just stay down, calm down. That's a lot of time wasting, I think. There you go. There's still 7 seconds on the clock.
And match to Hayata from
There's
Team
7 seconds on the
Men.
clock. Why are we not in the kill zone?
We should be in the kill zone
And
there.
the captains are having a conversation here at the moment. Michael Mays is saying there's 7 seconds on the clock. Why are we finished? I think Person's saying, well, have a heart, please. But he's absolutely right. There is still 8 seconds on the clock.
And to add to that, Sawattabut should have been yellow carded for time wasting.